they got second level up. They
Yep.
won Kowloon, a major in Japan.
Yep.
They are on a hot streak, and they're trying to keep it running.
Well, let's see how it all goes. Things sometimes run in brackets. You run into the wrong person. Let's see how it all goes right here. Game number 1. No matter how this plays out, it is a W for the Midwest, so I'm going to take it. Let's get it. Okay.
Starting off very, very slow. This is expected. Just toss grenades from your side, and whichever one of them gets the damage rack up, they're the ones that's going to run away a little bit more.
And ApolloKage say, I'm out here, Otacon. I need the Cypher in fast. I'm getting up tilted.
45% on ApolloKage, and Onin says, okay, great, your turn.
Yep.
Come to me.
Okay, great manners being displayed right now. Uh-oh, yeah, that's a lot of unnecessary damage. Onin hasn't even really physically engaged, and I mean, 78% right now is on board here for ApolloKage. Falling up here, yeah. Okay, yeah, has to play this one safe. Smart on AK to keep the grenade in hand, too. Knowing that that follow-up was coming. That's always the tricky part about fighting against snakes of every level, but especially this top professional level. Knowing the gaps in between the strings so you can hit them and not have to worry about the grenade.
Yeah, and knowing the timing of all the grenades and all the explosives on the ground is very natural for ApolloKage, being such a seasoned Steve player, but Onin is the one that has to think about that. Not yet, thankfully, because he has the percentage advantage, but soon enough. Oh, God, getting back. Oh, he doesn't have C4, but he resets it, and unfortunately, it's just a little bit too high percentage, and he wasn't facing the right way.
Gave him the meanest reset right there. So you know what? Go ahead and reset the percent back to 0.
It's kind of annoying, by the way, when you C4 yourself, but you're not on the right side, so you miss your own DI.
Yep.
DI'd in. That's an interesting interaction. Trades the stock right back, though. Not an issue for ApolloKage.
No, not at all. 2 stocks apiece here. And I mean, again, we should see pretty much the majority of the match play out the way it is right now. Both sides just being so safe, hyper-aware of each other's tools, understanding that both have really good normals. I mean, some of the best normals really just in Smash history, period. But, again, it's going to be that B button. It's going to be the manageability of your resources. That's really going to make or break how this match goes. Grenade in hand. Love the B reverse. Soft toss, normal toss, you name it.
I love the B reverse movement right there, getting around the minecart. Now, I mean, they're dead even, but now that ApolloKage has the lead, I mean, he's going to keep throwing grenades, but he definitely has no onus to attack or press in CQC.
I mean, when you give a character like Snake the lead, I mean, it's become the most difficult man in the room to deal with. I mean, he's disengaging. All those great normals that he used to rack up that percent or the stock on you, they suddenly disappear. And now it's just a grenade show.
Onin wasn't too worried about it, choosing to mine instead of attack. He says, I'd rather have more iron. I'd like to have diamond. I like to be prepared when I am ready to fight, and I have 4.5 minutes. I'm not pressed.
No, not at all. Onin looking good here. Playing center stage. Okay, nice. Letting the minecart do the work for them.
Speaking of Animaniacs matchups.
Pretty wacky.
Oh my God. Explosives everywhere, building the stage, carts, hammers, axes. It's ridiculous.
Just waiting on Bugs Bunny to show up here pretty soon. Oh wait, wrong platform fighter.
Oh
okay,
no.
Off stage.
That's
cart on deck.
Alright.
Okay. Now he has grenade set up in a good spot, and yes, able just to explode through. I mean, I think that's one luxury that, people who play Steve have, is that they can just sometimes start a raw F smash. They step right into it. Pretty good on shield, too. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work against every character, though. Some characters like Snake do have that explosive dash attack, that immediate answer back.
Setting up the C4 on the left platform as well. 173% on Onin. That's so much percentage to let your opponent sit at as Snake. So I'm sure ApolloKage is a little bit annoyed, especially with how much damage he's racked up on himself. But he is not so annoyed that he is playing dangerously. Just gets a down tilt, very safe.
I mean, never hurts to be too safe versus somebody of the level of Onin. Again, no immediate need to do anything overtly aggressive. Onin certainly waiting for you to show your hand in that sort of way. Okay, and again, every time they get that setup up underneath the platform, you always have to worry about what's above your head. Are there grenades above me that are getting ready to explode? Do I have the C4 that I have to just wonder if ApolloKage is aware that I'm, up underneath? I mean, again, these certain follow-ups you typically get not quite playing out in your favor here.
There's a lot of resources you got to keep track of, not only on the stage, but also on the screen during the UI, including the timer with 2.5 minutes left, and ApolloKage only on 2 stocks, not even getting to the last one yet. Onin might start feeling the heat just a little bit soon.
Definitely starting to cook here. Coming up on the 2-minute 30-second mark here. This match starting to trail on, and ApolloKage again, I mean, we prophesized it kind of coming into the match, you know, the importance of not playing the CQC game and kind of in his MBD bag right now. I'm just letting my grenades get the setups for me, and I'm loving everything I'm seeing here.
Oh, and the angles are crazy. Like, he's hitting almost every single grenade. The Nikita, does that shield poke?
The Nikita through the 2 blocks. I mean, what the all-star game hell is going on here?
Playing a whole different type of game, bobbing and weaving that homing missile straight through the blocks.
That's a test of skill right there. Yeah, go ahead and chug the water. Chug that.
Oh my God, that's a whole jug.
Keeping the skin nice.
What is the stage counter pick right now? You're obviously not going to go to any of the wooden stages. It's probably just going to be small battlefield. PS2 is certainly banned. Kalos likely banned.
You know
Hollow Bastion banned.
Go to big battlefield.
Let's do it.
Be
you know
scared.
what?
And
It's
everybody getting this match. You got your controller, I got my controller. Production got theirs. We'll do an 8-player smash.
Yeah, that's how we should start handling top 8s.
No, fact.
Send them all in at the same time.
Y'all gonna meet a version of Raj y'all don't like if we ever start playing Smash that way. Raj just camping, you goddamn right. You right. Here we go.
Back to small battlefield. This is definitely the best choice. Again, if you're playing against Steve and you know what you're doing, you're not leaving PS2 open, and this is the next best available one for Steve in almost every ban situation.
Oh, yeah.
As much as the meta for Smash Ultimate has evolved to include Steve, the meta for playing against Steve is what has developed the most in the last year or two. And that's why AK has most recently taken a game over Onin, and that's why we're going to small battlefield every time.
Well, and as much as we complain about matchups, you know, every fighting game has a character that I think most people unanimously decide is the definitive best. One thing I love about this game more than some of the other Smash games is that we just have more time to figure out Steve. You know, we're getting a lot of time just to stay in the lab, get our notebooks out, and just really figure out how to pick apart this character the right way. And what I'm seeing right here from ApolloKage is, like we talked about before, not playing a CQC game, but doing what a lot of other characters that are more disjointed do, which is just those blocks go up, get rid of them. If you have a sword that goes through the blocks, that's how you make Steve sweat. I think Snake has the unique luxury of using grenades and not even having to get close to Steve to do it. Jesus. But Onin very close right here on ApolloKage, getting the damage done. Got him off stage, the B reverse on the way back down. And no Z drop on the grenade there that time. I'm tossing that bad boy.
Mixing up those defensive options in the air. Very crucial to get back down to stage. The Nikita's not going to connect. Onin has a lot of safety right now. Has a couple of iron in the bag right now. Anvil comes out. The mortar would have clashed with that. That would have been fun to see. Again, so Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it is. It's wacky.
Okay.
Okay, but all that to say, I mean, the 6% difference between these two. I got to see a play here. I got to see it fast right now. ApolloKage backing off, of course. Again, looking like the skills test at the All-Star game. Can my grenades connect through the blocks? And it is paying off dividends right now for him. But Onin, this is a player so intelligent, you allow them to think even for a moment, and this is where things get real scary. So you slow this match down, hopefully not to your own detriment.
Waiting to pull out Diamond until the next stock. That stock might be coming sooner than you think. They're both at incredibly high percentages. Any hit will connect, and that one does it. The last hit of the gold pickaxe on the back air before it breaks to take the stock. Good timing.
And I love how hyper-aware both players are of each other's options, especially when you see people get knocked up, you know, just straight above the opponent. Now, most opponents, you knock a character in the air, your first option is, okay, if I'm disjointed or if I'm a character I can get up there, I need to try to catch him. But ApolloKage is just not really giving that to Onin. Knocking them off their feet and then saying, you know what, Anvil's on the way. I'm going to let my grenades just do the work for me as Onin is on the way back down. But Onin also being hyper-aware that ApolloKage, again, not going for that immediate follow-up and trying to stall out and maybe, dare I say, wait just a little bit longer before they go for Anvil. We're seeing like this tennis match in neutral back and forth between these two.
Tennis match with a literal barrier in the center being built. And funny enough, Onin does not have a whole lot of resources to continue rebuilding them against the grenades. He's not able to farm them as fast as he is using them, and that has been an issue. So he's running to the other side of the stage and resetting as opposed to trying to continue building this double wall.
Oh, nice. Okay. Just third-party things.
Yeah.
Just third-party things. That's all that is, friends.
Oh, that was clean. What a connect.
Okay.
Able to realize he was getting sent straight up. The F smash doesn't take the stock, but one more will. 121%. ApolloKage has let this one run away from him just a tad.
Love that little cute setup right there. Very 64 combo contest and Supernova-esque right there. Love that. Okay. Onin disengaging right now. So I need space. Now you have to at least get a little closer to get the job done. Grenades, of course, not quite the scary option that we've seen in the beginning interaction of this game. Okay.
So you're building a wall right here. putting one on the top so it's a little bit harder to lob their grenades over the wall, forcing ApolloKage to break the wall instead. Oh, wow, ran up. That was a tense moment.
It was. Okay, nice. Grenade on lock. Yes, and then the C4. Just when you think it's okay to get a little close to AK. Uh-oh, I got to see something here and fast.
Moving the wall again. It's evened up just enough for ApolloKage. And the back air with the diamond. That's why you have those resources. That's why you take them. And now Onin is going to play as slow as humanly possible to avoid having his stock lead that he's finally gotten this set taken away from him.
Yeah. I mean, if there's ever a time to really lock in and play as safe as you can, it's most certainly now, because what I was getting ready to say is ApolloKage is in the deficit. They might be a little bit more inclined to get close and start leaning into that patented CQC, and we've seen it right there, just kind of going to show how fearless you have to be with Snake. You do have to walk up sometimes on characters that are a little bit better than you and say, hey, you know what? You're going to drop shield right here, and you're going to eat these boots.
And the less that you have to mix it in, the better, right? You kind of get to use it as a mix-up option because you don't get to show your hand with the CQC. So when you do, most of the time it's going to hit.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Landing on the blocks, getting the double jump at the back air, sends ApolloKage away. Grenade's going to reset him in disadvantage a little bit right here. Taking his time, but oh, you've got so much to make up for here.
Damn. Okay, good frame 4 on the F tilt. Couldn't quite turn it into much, but has a lot of work here to make up on it right now. Just looking like a person possessed. Looking as strong as ever here. Uh-oh. And yeah, 62%. Chase him down.
Okay, ApolloKage is in danger mode right now. Anything that connects with you is going to be a problem. So you can see swinging away as Onin actually fighting the dash attack. The one thing I did not think was going to take the stock and take the game, and it was just enough.
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about ApolloKage is that there's never many times where when the opponent kind of dashes in that there's not going to be some sort of something around him. Namely speaking, the grenades. Either it's going to be like a grenade above you, because most stages, we're up underneath the platforms where Snake likes to disengage, or there's a grenade in front of him. One of the rare times where no grenade, just kind of ran in and did it. I mean,
he found the opportunity, right? He found the opening, the line through like a running back. It was very clean.
Yeah, for sure. Great stuff right there on inside. One game apiece right here for winner semifinal. Not the most epic music to be fighting to, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
It's only game 3. There's plenty more to happen, but it's not spelling great if this is the music that we're deciding to go with.
Yeah, it could have been environmental sounds. I'll take it. Or it could have been 75M. Okay, all jokes aside right here, we're definitely in for a treat. I mean, we got to see pretty much 2 game plans work out well for both players. I mean, again, slowing the match down to a crawl, letting our tools get the job done for us, and just really the potency of Grenade in conjunction with these blocks. But, I just can't stress this enough. Onin just giving them so much time to think. Oh, my God. But ApolloKage is saying, I think, therefore I am, and I think I'm about to beat you down real quick. ApolloKage, this is how you open up a game here.
It's understandable that playing as Snake or against Snake, that the person that gets the lead is going to have the big advantage, because Snake can just trade damage with you. But it's never more important than when you're playing against Steve, a character who only benefits from slowing the game down. We saw in game 1, ApolloKage had the lead. He took the game. Game 2, Onin opened up with the lead. They take the game.
That's it.
ApolloKage's got a massive lead right now, and if things go as expected, he's just got to hold it down.
And that's the thing about some matchups in Smash. I think it was at Diamond Dust. It was J-Jaw, and I forget the player they were going against. Were we on the mic for that? But it was like the slowest match. It was like Sonic.
Probably Icon, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Oh, no. There was one. It was J-Jaw versus, it was a Sonic.
It was a Sonic. And, the name is escaping me, but basically the point that I'm making is that some matchups in the game do have to break down to, I hit you first, bye.
Yeah.
Like, they do need to break down that way. And, what's funny? It usually comes from 2 potent characters. It's never the characters that are naturally played slow that lean into it. It's 2 characters who are actually overtly aggressive or have really crazy options that are like, I ain't trying to see you and you ain't trying to see me. Bye. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing right here. Laying him down, actually gets the tech roll read. How do you even get in range to grab Steve? I was thinking about that the last 2 games. It had never happened. ApolloKage is never finding that kind of CQC grab option, but now that he's playing a little bit more CQC, he gets to mix in the choice.
Hit him with the lay me down right there, the Sam Smith, man. Damn. All right. This is exactly what you want to see right now if you're ApolloKage. You have and I'm saying a commanding lead, Actually, no, let me rephrase that because this is Steve. You have a lead.
A lead.
Now, versus a lesser character, this is a commanding lead, but this is still Steve. More importantly, this is Onin Steve. So you do have a lead, but you got to see what you're going to do to milk it.
Oh, God. And with the disjoints that Steve has, you don't actually get a lot of safety from falling with grenades. He can swat you out without hitting the grenade. Onin has no issues approaching ApolloKage falling from center stage.
Uh-oh. Yeah, get carded. I got your Mario Kart right here. Bye. Jesus.
Onin. They definitely like having an edge guard situation the best as possible, and the lower that ApolloKage is, the happier Onin is.
Okay, now both sides. Virtually even stock. Nice, love the spot dodge.
What a combo.
Turning a lot into even more there. Jesus, love that. You know, I just never miss an opportunity to go for up air. Oh my goodness, and I'm about to let it sing. Splash! Stop playing with me.
Bang, right there. Even as you think that the game comes down to the wire, this happened in game 2 as well, you think that it's going to matter. Every single interaction, every single hit is going to be important. What did it actually come down to? ApolloKage started with a lead. You have to get the opening, and everything else is gravy from there.
That was through the wire, to the limit, through the wire. That was that right there. That was through the wire indeed. And man, big shout out, of course, to ApolloKage staying right on the inside and the outside. Got the water, got the what looks to be some sort of milk supplement, some sort of soylent. I don't know what that is.
It looked like, okay.
It's too healthy for me.
I'm unfortunately familiar with it. It looks like Fairlife skim milk.
Skim milk. Good for the tummy.
Yeah, you know, the gut health. Yeah, that's very important. Very dictating your towards your mental space.
No joke. A lot of friends out there, I'm going to say this, you know, not to tangent too much off to the side, but your gut health is going to be the downfall of a lot of young people. You know, we don't see it now because we're young, but you start hitting 30 and 40, you know, all them tacos and stuff we done ate, they're going to catch up to you. Get your gut health right, okay?
And then maybe you'll find yourself in a 2-1 lead against one of the best players in the world. ApolloKage is holding it down.
That's right, because health is most certainly wealth right here. And ApolloKage, the living truth. Let's get it. 2 games right here to Onin's 1, and Onin ain't done just yet. Both of these 2 players, some of the best players in the I think, is Onin the best player in the Midwest?
Probably the number 1 in the Midwest.
Number 1 Midwest.
ApolloKage, they're coming for that title.
Okay. Uh-oh, up tilt.
Already got Diamond out, by the way. So Onin decided instead of trying to find an early lead by forcing their way in, they decided to put up a wall, get their resources, and this is the earliest Diamond that we've seen so far. It seems to be working out.
Okay. Working out in a big way indeed. There's the down tilt. Oh my, okay, the trick shot. I see you, hot sauce. Okay, there's the dash attack, and again, just trying to chase Onin down. This works in small dosages because the minute you start chasing Onin down too much, Onin's like, okay, you want to do that? I'm here for it. Please overextend. I got you.
Rolling back to center, ApolloKage is happy to hold whatever he can on the stage, with Onin swinging back with all of the iron in the pocket. That's all of the mining that they did early in the game, causing them to take the first stock. And again, story of the match. Who gets the first lead is the person that gets to play the game they want.
Isn't that so crazy? Isn't that so crazy? And then on the opposite side, you know, funnily enough, like, you know, back in Smash 4, even take a game like this. You take Rosalina, you're like, oh, this match is about to go slow. You put 2 Rosalinas against each other, and stocks just fly. Isn't that crazy? 2 slow characters, you let them mirror each other, and then the stocks just disappear. It's crazy, man.
Smash is wild.
Smash is a very wild and wacky place. Okay, grenades on lock here right now. Just trying to figure out a way to force Onin out this corner. Onin, of course, knows it is ill-advised to get handsy right here with ApolloKage. He has not dropped very many conversions up close yet. And obviously not looking to break that streak here in game number 4.
150%. Onin wants to mine a little bit more, would like to have some more resources in the pocket, if for no other reason than to force ApolloKage to make some poor decisions, to force his way in. And then Onin, they get to find the opening. They get to play bait and punish.
This is a game that Onin plays very, very well. I'd almost argue maybe better than most players in the scene. Okay, rolling out the way.
The double wall has been very useful. It's very hard to get your grenades to break both of the walls, and when you put double up, you're not at risk of getting hit by their grenades as much either, and that's been the adaptation for Onin this set.
And there's also extra frames to toss them the way you want, because now you got to pull them, drop them, and then throw them the normal way. You know what I'm saying?
Timing on that as well. You can find your way with a burst option in. Rolling out of the second hit of Anvil was crucial, but it allows Onin to find a little bit of an opening. Extending the lead as much as they can, still not losing their stock right here.
You got to wait even longer now when you go up and try to find up tilt. Now it's, okay, typically before the lead, I had to wait just a little bit. Now I got to wait that much longer because my opponent is waiting for the up tilt. So clean stuff. I remember a time where Nikita was what we had to worry about. Remember how annoying Nikita was, like all those Genesis?
People were talking about how Nikita is the most broken edge guarding option.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? Good times, bro.
Good. Don't you miss it?
Don't you miss it? Yes. We adjusted accordingly, as both of these two juggernauts are right here towards each other's gameplay. A lot of stuff set up on that left side of the screen right there. 3 different styles of blocks, luster grenades on lock.
Oh my God. Trying to send it home right there on, and the lead is not as palpable as it once was in this game. ApolloKage climbing his way back into it. How much more can you take, though, before the back air takes you out?
That is the million-dollar question right here. I mean, this is a game that I feel like, and I hate to say it, ApolloKage has just been playing a little bit better, even despite the percent differentials, that when we break away, my grenades still prove to be that much of a thorn in your side to where you have to readjust how you're setting up blocks. And see, as you can see right now, it's kind of nickel and diming, and this is actually more than nickels and diming. He's probably like, you know, $half quartering his way back up into this. Let's keep it
Sacagaweas.
Yeah, Susan B. Anthony coining his way up in this joint. Let's be real.
Building blocks with iron now, that's how long Onin has had to mine and place blocks. You've gotten rid of all of your dirt pretty much, and all you've got coming up is iron.
Okay.
It just speaks to how slow this game's been going.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Reframe jab. Oh, my goodness.
That's a shield poke at the top. Already got that shield damage down with the F smash from before, read the roll on ApolloKage, and then you got hit by that back air. Again, we told you can't get hit by those. Can't get hit by that at that percentage at the very least. And Onin continues with a minor lead, but still an important one.
Yes, it most certainly is. And just goes to show, like, when you have a game plan kind of coming into a matchup like this, how important it is to just not deviate too far away from the plan. Onin said, look, I got a plan coming into this, and it ain't the most well-liked plan, okay? But damn it, I got to win this tournament, okay? I got to do what I got to do, Ski.
You got to respect whatever it takes to win. When you know what your win conditions are, you play to them regardless of how it looks.
Come here. Oh my God. Okay. I thought it was there. We both seen it. I thought that was up tilt
The vision.
The vision was there. I'm Jarvis, man.
That back air breaks the diamond pickaxe, but we have another one in the back pocket. Of course we do. Onin has plenty of those going around. ApolloKage, a full stock down at 90%.
Okay. Oh my God, F smash through the block. I don't think we've seen one of those just yet. I mean, here we were talking about how important it is for ApolloKage just to keep using grenade, keep using Nikita, and whatever other long-range projectile they have, you know, to eat up these blocks, completely spaced on the fact that Steve steps into the F smash, it will go through the block. Like,
difficult place to be, but whips upward with the grenades, takes the stock down.
Okay, now you're at a fork in the road right now. Do you approach and get aggressive? Do you challenge AK to their own game? Or do you uphold what we've been doing so far? We got a minute left here in this match. I mean, time flies when you're fighting for your life.
An important intersection that we have come to. Will Onin yield to ApolloKage, or will ApolloKage be able to force his way through this red light that is the walls? The minecart comes out and drives Onin to that victory.
Ain't no red lights. That was all green right there. A highway, if you will.
Got another game, though. Game 5. In this Midwest banger.
This is great. You know, look, I'm gonna be real. I love slower matches. It just gives us more things to talk about, you know. I love watching the interaction, or sometimes even the lack thereof it. Like, what are both players thinking right now? Like, they're thinking so much that they're like, I can't even play my normal game. I'm like crunching numbers on the fly. And for somebody like myself, I'm not a very practical person. I'm sure anybody that knows me probably knows that. Like, no, Rod, we can't host a tournament on Jupiter. We can't do that. But what we can do is we can find a convention center and do it. You know, I'm one of those sort of people.
Yeah.
But to watch two players like this, two mathematicians, two just well-methodic, well-thought-out players do what they're doing right now, it's really cool.
And of course, these guys like each other a lot. They give each other a nice, firm handshake and a smile just coming into this Game 5 alone. And speaking of music that can get us hyped for Game 5, we've got Live and Learn.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of learning. I don't know how much more living we're going to do here in this set. This is game number 5.
Only 6 lives left for these cats, 3 apiece.
Okay, yeah, we're off the backboard with the grenades. Yeah,
you gotta hold it.
Yeah, seriously, I've heard of shooting bricks, but this is crazy. Okay.
Okay. Just some action right here. I mean, honestly, now I'm wondering if I do prefer this music with how slow the games wind up going. It's weird to hear the Grizzly singing, and then Onin just builds a wall.
Yeah, I want to hear, you know, one of my favorite songs in Brawl is a Calling to the Night. And I don't know if it's still in Ultimate, which is a shame. That just goes to show, like, how many of the not competitive stages I'm playing on, unfortunately. But yeah, I wonder if it's still in the game. That's such a banger.
Yeah, it definitely would probably bode better for this type of gameplay than this constant hype interjection.
No, for sure. It just always threw me off, like how we got Snake Eater, the instrumental, then the remix of it, but Cynthia Harrow's not singing it, but we got Calling to the Night with the original voice actress singing. I'm like, now how could we not get
surely that was possible.
Damn. Anyway, sorry, ran over.
Oh my God. Catches the back air out of the minecart on a needle's edge, able to decapitate the driver.
There you go. He said, I thought I told you I'm a soldier. There's the back air. And like Kevin said, just catching him out of the cart. But I imagine we should see an immediate answer back here pretty soon from Onin. Of course, has done a really good job at sharking ApolloKage and playing it very safe up underneath, knowing that, like me, when you try to approach me from up underneath, I'm going to drop Anvil. ApolloKage is going to drop either a C4 or not soft toss, but Z drop a grenade. So just playing in and around those options has really paid off in a big way for both. Come here.
Oh.
What are we doing off this stage?
Deeply off stage. C4 reset is what we're going to need.
Whoa. Okay.
Wow. That's incredible. Able to make it back. I thought that was a set of traps. Hard to get around obstacles, but ApolloKage finds his way through the course. Onin just going back to mining. Finally gets a diamond out. Iron on deck. Just getting enough. All that they want is in their pockets at the moment, and so they say it's time to fight until ApolloKage has more on the screen. Then they back up. But breaking through again, finding their way with the dash attack. That was the Game 2 closer, and it's paying dividends in Game 5.
It's paying off right here. I mean, you're definitely playing for that championship Sunday money right here. Okay, gets the back here, lands right on top. Okay, the trick shot. Down, okay, yikes. Down there, really quick option up close. First stomp is, I think, frame 3, so you do have some quicker options to deal with Steve, even despite the potency of the setups. Got gold online here.
Rob, what did I say was the name of the game when we came into this match? And as we've gone through it, it's whoever has the lead. There has been no clear lead throughout this second stock. Yes, ApolloKage got a snipe at the beginning, but Onin has brought it right back, and it is unclear who has the onus to approach as we have 4 minutes left on the clock.
So got a lot of ultimate here left to play. Winner semifinals at that here, friends. Hold on, who I'm feeling like. Okay, grenade in hand. And that's the crazy, like even 20%, like in a traditional match, I'm saying traditional, but like, I mean, in a normal match, you know, less for individuals, 20% is like whatever, but 20% matters that much more between two well thought out players like this. There's down tilt. Oh, got you popped up. Uh-oh.
C4, watch that C4 on the platform right there.
I thought he had a grenade in hand.
Yeah, no, he didn't pull that one out. He had dropped the C4 right before, but didn't get a grenade in that moment, which means that Onin got a little bit of an opening, but ApolloKage trades it right back. Its percentages, again, super duper even.
Okay. Okay, Z drop on the grenade once more.
That was cute.
Oh, yeah. This is what I need to see here.
Okay, walling out with the grenades, giving him a lot of linger time in the air by just using regular tosses.
Uh-oh, did you have to let it linger?
Production didn't like when I made that joke yesterday.
We are old. Very old. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we, right? Ain't that the name of that album? There you go. Okay, there's the dash attack.
Oh, pickaxe is gone though. No more back airs, no more forward airs. There's no more options until you can get back to your crafting table, which means that ApolloKage is going to try to sit on top of you. Crafting table is back though. We are able to get that option back available online, and ApolloKage said, I did not want to over-aggress for something that might not work out. That sense?
Boots on the ground. Where them fans at, man? That's what I love to see. ApolloKage looking really good. Only 133%. I'd imagine not going to deviate too far away from the game plan at hand. Backing off right now, letting the grenades do the talking for him, and just closing off parts of the stage. But driving through the flames, Mad Max style right here is Onin.
We are on the last stock of Game 5. Traded right back. Again, no palpable lead for either of these players. Before, I said it did not come down to the individual moments. In the final stock of Game 5, every single moment will matter. Every 10 to 20% damage tick will matter. And more importantly than that, whoever has stage positioning and can send the other one in disadvantage, those are the moments that matter the most.
Oh, the down there immediately, and you are 100% right. Okay. Definitely extending this lead here right now. Gets the nair. We've seen a lot of that yesterday, actually. Not finding very many nairs today. No Nikita time. Actually going to elect to go for the soft toss on the grenade. Oh my God.
Tried to read a roll straight out, but the distance is a little bit too far. They're scrambling. Grenade looks up, but man, this tense moments when they're both on shield off stage. ApolloKage in the air. Onin's trying to extend this advantage state as long as possible.
Gets the B reverse right there on the way back down. Grenades online. Get back in your car, sir. Get back in your car.
Oh, a little bit of a panic
Alex, get back in your car.
Oh, no. the mortars right now. AK is feeling A-okay about hugging the right side of the stage at the moment.
Oh my goodness, AK might get sent to the ER here soon.
Oh no.
Gotta see some follow-ups here and fast. Onin starting to figure it out. They are playing out of their mind right now. 138% and showing no signs of slowing down. Here it is. I allow myself to get hit with the anvil.
Onin cannot find the EMP in this moment, can't get around these explosives, but the minecart sends ApolloKage high. This is kill percentage. This is doable.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Oh, and he finds it with the minecart. Not yet. Not yet.
Then the C4 explodes. Nikita on the way down.
No way! No way! He finds it! He finds the back air! Onin is stunned! AK looking at Onin with such determination, saying, "You're gonna shake my hand, you're gonna give me a fist bump, or do you need a moment?" And Onin needed a moment.
Damn!
Oh my God!
It's the return of the snake. I thought I told you I'm a soldier.
Oh my! ApolloKage over Onin, continuing to fight for the title of best in the Midwest in Florida. What a legendary match. Talk to me. Tell me what you're feeling.
I got coming out the jacket. It's getting hot.
Oh my God.
It's getting hot now. It's getting hot. I'm sorry, JaBailey. I gave you enough product placement. It's getting hot. Yeah, we in the danger room now. There's some serious business going on here. Yo, what the hell? ApolloKage. I see you. That's all I'm gonna say. I see you. I see the work. I'm getting sweaty.